Welcome. Video number 16, is it? Yes, I believe. What is that? 6. In our series where we're documenting the MLFX development. We're currently still in beta. There's a lot of work to do. In this video, we're going to cover some of the improvements we've made and the improvements we're directly focusing on. Improvements we're directly focusing on at the moment, as well as what we're going to do is recap the last 3 days or so of trades for one pairing. So we've got the GBP USD up on the left hand side. You'll be able to see right here that I just messaged my co-founder, my buddy, my partner in crime, Armory, that the analysis page is only storing or loading 900 entries, which is an error, an issue. So we're going to have to fix that. Unfortunately, it does mean that we aren't going to be able to see all of the results that I tallied. So luckily I did tally them yesterday, and I was able to capture the trades that happened on Saturday, bearing in mind that obviously different time zones. Saturday would have been Friday in some time zones, but it captured the closing sort of 12 hours of the market where there was no results for any of these trades, and then obviously the beginning of the Monday Open, which opens with the New Zealand Open at 8 a.m. New Zealand time, or I think it's might be 8 p.m. or 4 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern time, something around those numbers anyway. So that's a bug. We're going to get that fixed. There was another bug that actually meant that the time zones were off by 1 hour, so the algorithm was technically testing the market 1 hour premature, which meant we had some trades that we needed to remove as well. But what I want to say is this, I've already recorded, as I said, up to maybe Tuesday around about, let me find exactly. Tuesday 1500 is when I recorded. So from Saturday all the way up to Tuesday 1500, the trades rather that I recorded here below, and you'll see there's a bunch of data here. It actually performed really well on the GBP USD, and one of the reasons I think this is because more than likely we had a sideways market either in the creation data set or in the training data set. We have 3 data sets: creation, training, training, and then testing. So 3 data sets. First 2 are the most important. Third is like a real world test, basically. So if you get it right on the first 2, you should get it pretty right in the third. At the moment, it's semi-random as to when those first 2 time periods happen. They're 200 hours each, so there's a 400 hour total, and it is just using almost the 400 most recent hours. Not exactly, because you've still got the testing data set as well, but the testing data set is very minute in comparison to the 200 hour sections for the other 2. So at the moment it is really relying on just the most recent data, and that's not the correct way to do it. What we are now going to be implementing, one of the changes, is we're actually going to have an algorithm that detects the patterns, so it can identify whether it's a bullish, a bearish, sideways market, slightly bullish, slightly bearish, etc. And then it can search for the most recent or the second most recent, use that as the creation data set, which is when that's what the traders look at. They know that data and they say, okay, based on all of these levels, how would I create an agent? And it uses machine learning to create that agent around that data that it already knows exactly what's happening, and it perfectly creates these agents. Then what it does is it optimizes them on the training data set, which we would then use as the most recent version of either the bullish, bearish, or sideways market, etc. And we would obviously use the agents that were created for that market to then optimize in the training data set for that same market, which would result in much more consistent results here, rather than us getting half a bullish, half a sideways market to create agents, then training on a sideways market So it's optimizing for a different market than they're created on, which is peculiar. And then the actual market could be a bearish market, right? The live market. So it's got 3 different markets that it's trying to trade well on, and it's using, shall we say, subpar data to do so. So that's really what it's all about. It's just about getting the most accurate input data that we possibly can, so that hopefully the output is a lot more consistent. But with all that being said and done, I think that the GBP USD had a lucky run, and it got all 3 of them right, because it's performed pretty well over the last sort of 48 hours or so. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off here, and we'll just use this starting information here. So starting on the 24th, and this is the GBP USD on the left here, you can see it's actually a sideways market, really, if you zoom out. Well, for these instances anyway, you could consider a slight downwards trend. Well, not really. For this whole duration here, which is since the 14th up to the 26th, so 12 days, excluding the 2-day break in between there, you know, you're looking at about 10 days of what I would consider sideways, with obvious trends, right? You got 160 pip movements, roughly, to the upside and the downside there. So my guess would be that it did train on similar markets earlier. So starting on Monday the 24th, we can find where that is, and in fact we're going to skip over a lot of the trades that I believe were winners in these ones here, and jump straight to these trades here and just have a look. Now, I'm not going to tally all of these. I'm going to say that for another time, and I don't want to obviously spend too much time in this video. But what we'll do is we'll just have a look at some of these trades here. So 11:32 on Monday, and this is using Singapore time on both charts. So it's GMT plus 8, I believe. Yes, GMT plus 8. So we've got 11:32, which is sort of in this range here, and the price we're looking for is 30893. So we can go roughly there. We'll go one above, because it is a buy, so it doesn't matter too much. So we were looking for a 47 pip move positive, and we hit that there, so that's a winner. Not a massive risk reward return, but not too shabby. Then what we had here is a 31086, so that's slightly higher. I suspect this might be a loser, but let's have a look anyways. 3186. So let's just go there. And we're looking for 46 positive, so we didn't quite hit that, and we would have been stopped out on the way down, which is, you know, that's all right. I think this one would be the same as well, because it only came a few minutes later. Then we had a sell here, which will be a loser. So we're looking at, let me jot down the winners losers here, just so I'm not going completely blind when I'm trying to recap this. So we got win, 1, lose, 3. Right, so that was win, lose, lose, lose. So then we got 16, and we were looking for 34. We might have hit this one. I think we would have, in fact. 984. Let's just go there. Yeah, so we definitely would have hit that one, so that's another winner for us. And that's one of the great things with this new system, is that although you may wind up getting around about even winners and losers, because the risk reward is always greater than 1, in terms of the return is always greater than 1, you more often than not, well, if you have equal numbers on either side, you will be positive regardless. Then we have 1640, which would have been a loser. I don't even need to check that to see. Judging off this number here, I think I looked at that one actually for the sell. Let me just check that to get correct. Yeah, so it's definitely a winner. loser. This one here I believe will be a winner, so we're looking at 1648. It's on the way up here, and we're looking at 9, sort of around there, looking for 29 on the positive. Yep, so that's a winner. This one probably a winner, but I'll check it anyway, just in case. So we were 1073. Definitely a winner. And the one above it is looking for 59, so that's going to be a loser. Then we go to 1808, so probably around this level here, 31221. Around there it's a sell, it doesn't matter from one below, so that's definitely a loser. As is the one above it, and that one, and that one. So we got another 3. This one might be right. 362 at 20. Yeah, in fact that will be, because it's on the way down. Let me zoom in a little. So we got 2019. It's funny. Last year in the trades. In fact, 1857. Wait. Yeah, 2019, 362. So around about exactly there actually. And yeah, clearly on the way down we've hit that. So that's a nice profit as well, because it's a 4-to-1 almost. 1-to-4 rather, risk reward. So that makes up for the last 4 that we lost in a row. Just like that. Then a little bit lower at 1244. Let's go there, and we're looking for 69 on the way down. 69.1. So yep, definitely would have hit that, because I started that move 2 pips or 2 points below. So nice little win there. Then we skip over a couple of hours, and this is why what I was talking about earlier, and having the algorithm actually optimized for each market, it's important, because we do have these gaps where it's not trading at all. And if we did have a properly optimized system, there wouldn't be these gaps. It should always know sort of what's going on and where it can make a profit, even if it's only a 10 pip profit or something. But anyway, for this it skips over a little bit, and it starts again at roughly here, but it's a little bit, it doesn't really know what's going on. You can tell that's the case when it's got a close risk to reward ratio. Like when the take profit and stop loss are very close like that, you know that it's not very confident, because that's the most activated agent out of all of the agents we have. So that's the most confident agent, and that's what's going to happen. And it is only looking for an extra, like an additional 2.3 pips, which in this case I believe would have been fine, because it's made the profit here. But it's only, you're only looking at a 1 point something return, 1.1 maybe, not even. So it'll be a 1.05ish. But our entry anyway, skipping over that, was 731. Let's just go there. Clearly we're still in that trade. Clearly we've hit that trade on the way up. So that's a winner there. Same with this one. Clearly a winner here. You're looking at the time difference, I can tell you certainly just by that, but also looking at the entry price, we're going even lower than this initial one here. So win. So another 4 winners there. 2, 3, 4. Then we had a sell. I can almost certainly say that's going to be a loser, because we're looking at 52. Yeah, so that's going to be a loser. I don't even need to check that. Then we're back into buys. Obviously it continued with its previous thinking, and that it was going to be going up. and we're looking at 108, which is even lower than before, and we're still in that same sort of 40 pip down range, but it's now more confident that it's going to head up, as you can see by the bigger move there. So that's a winner. This will probably be a winner, but I'll check it just in case. Entry was at about 2, and we're looking at 623. 625 is fine, and we've got a 15 pip stop loss, so 15 pips is down there, much below where it went. It only went to about 9, and we were looking for a 49. So that's a healthy return there. You're looking at a 3x return, 3.2 around about. So it's a nice win there. The next one would be a magical win if we got it, which we might have actually, at about 401. So we zoom in here just to make sure we're actually getting this accurate. So there's the height of the move there, and we were looking at about 401. So somewhere around here, 626. So it would have been on that candle there, that big red candle, which would mean it would be on the way down because we're going below that 623. There we go. And we have a 626 rather. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. 628 should be fine. I think we're actually fine in this one because we've got a 4.8 stop loss, and you can see there, just looking at it, 4.6, 4.8 is even below that, and my entry there is not exact, I'm above, so we're definitely still in that trade, and we're looking for 49. We hit that there, plenty of room on the way up, so that's a good return there. You're looking at 63 pip return there. So how many times is 4.8 or 5, we'll round it to, go into 63? You're looking at about 13 times return on that trade. It's a very healthy trade there. And then we had another one almost immediately after, which was lower. So that's another winner there. Same difference. And another one that was another sort of 15 minutes later. Let's just check that one. Would have been 25. So on this candle here, and we were looking at 629. So roughly there, and we had that 4.8 stop loss again, which is, as you can see, below where we were. So that's another winner. So just with those 3 trades, we've effectively risked 1% at 4.8 and returned 13%, roughly. It's probably more than 13%, but 3 trades, 13. You're looking at 39% return off 3 trades. And we got another one here. In fact, we got another few. Let's just have a look at these before I ramble on. 434. So this was 33, slightly higher, but we've got an extra additional couple points. So let's just have a look at this closely. 34, that'll do. 5, so it's below, just below, but it would be one additional point down, so it'll be actually there, the stop loss. So we got a little bit of wiggle room there, only just. I don't like with how tight that is, but we're still in the clear. That's a winning trade, and that's another roughly 13x return. This one goes down a few pips, so that's definitely a winner as well. So it's another 13x. So that's 5 times 13, which is 65% return just in those 5 trades. We got this one here. It's a little bit higher. Oh, no, it's not. It's a little bit lower. When did this come though? Around about the same time. So it's a winner. Not quite as potent because we've got an extra additional pip there, but it's still, still a 10x return. Slightly over 10x return. So more than happy with that trade. Then we've got a 515. Around about here, 623. let's just go roughly there. This is definitely going to be a winner. We've got 16 pips for movement on the way down, which is sort of way down there. And we're only looking for 27. So that's a winner, as is the trade above it, as is the trade above it, as is the trade above it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just looking at these prices here in the time. 6, 7. Oh, hold on. That's a different one. So 6 more winners there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we got this one here. So this might be where we sort of trip up here because it's looking for a lot more in terms. Oh, sorry, this one here looking for a lot more. We should be good in terms of the stop loss. 621. When's it looking? 6 o'clock. 621 around about here. And you can see that there's definitely a spread here because it's actually below the actual entry there. So we're around about there. 28 pips on the way down. We're plenty clear on the way down. We're looking for 80 on the way up. So that's a winner. Plenty of room to move there. As would be this one above. Similar level. Plenty of room on the way down and less movement than that. So that's another winner. This one I'm not so sure about. 623. 683. Right there. And we got 10 on the way down. Oh, 9.9. So we're clear there. Spread may come into play on this trade. Possibly. I should say it'll be fine. Though, depending on if this is taking the bid or ask price for trading view charts here. But we're going to call that a winner because on this chart it does show that it's positive. And one of the things we will do in the future to be perfectly transparent is we will check against bid/ask prices depending on if it's a buy or a sell. So it will be completely reliant, and what we may do is actually increase the stop loss by maybe like 10% or something just to cover difference of spread on different brokers. That way the results, they won't be identical across different brokers, but they should be fairly consistently good because we're given a little bit of extra breathing room. So that was a winner anyway. The next trade should be good. We're looking at 618. Yeah. I mean, a 631, 18 pips on the way down. Plenty of room there. Definitely hits it on the way up. As with this, so another 2, another 3. We look at that. That was 83. That was a 10 pip drawdown. This is 12 pips and it's lower, so that's a win as well. So we got another 3 winners there. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 winners. Let me just jot those down before I forget. 1, 3, 4. Then we had this one, which is only a few pips above that, but let me just check. 685, and we're looking at 721. 683. That'll do. Like, there's plenty of room on the way down. We got 30 pips to move, and we're looking for 85. Yeah, so that's clearly a winner. This is clearly a loser. It's first loser in a while there, actually. Then we got 957 a little bit later. Where are we on this chart? 957. So round about here. Oh, a little bit high on that. But we got 25 pip on the way down. 982. A little bit above there, but we got, what do we got? 25 pips to move. So we're plenty of room there, and we're looking for 30 on the way up. So that's a winner. Bear break. Oh, that's getting warm. Yuck. Ugh. Did I skip over that trade? 957. I used the wrong numbers, didn't I? My bad. So I'll have to potentially uncross that one. No, we should be good there. 982. Let me just check. 982. I think that's what we checked. We checked at 983, didn't we? Yeah. So that was definitely a winner, but I think I skipped over this one. 957, which is around about here, and we only got 12 to play with. 943. Go one above. 12 to play with. No, we're definitely out of that one. Okay. Looking at the numbers here, that's exactly the same. That's definitely a winner. We've gone up. We got 16. This is going to be tight. I think it's probably going to be a loser. 14, 20. So we sort of captured on the way down, around about here. 990. I hate this mouse, how imprecise it can be sometimes. Yeah, definitely a loser. We got 16 pips to play with. Next one should be alright. 50. Right down the bottom here. What are we getting at? 793. Oh wow, perfect. Like right at the bottom, and we had 10 pips negative to play. And we're looking for 117. Let's zoom out. Did it go higher? Not yet. So we're still in that trade. Positive by, was it 793, wasn't it? Yeah. So we're positive 70 pips on a 10 risk trade. So it's a 7x return there. We could even consider, if we were still in this trade and it's created a new high, it's sort of topped out here, which looks like it might have broken through and rejected that move there, and then it's leveling out at this range into a sideways market. I would be considering exiting for a 7x return there, if I'm going to be completely honest. But we'll leave that off. I'll just put one active at the top. So I think that might be where I stopped yesterday after this trade. Let me have a look. 15, yeah, that's the last trade, or the trade that I stopped on. So all these trades I haven't checked. So I knew the trades earlier were going to be reasonably good, right? We sort of hit those levels. But I have no idea what the deal is with these trades after here. So 18.23, I'm guessing is going to be a loser. We only got 10 pips to play with, and we're in 1194. What? How is it way down here? Wait, 1820. Okay, yeah, so 119. Yeah, it's definitely, I don't even know why I'm bothering checking that. That's a loser. Come on, let's actually respect people's time, huh? Let's get this done. This is going to be a loser, I can tell. 19, you're looking at 384, which is around about there, and we're looking for a 70 pip positive move, but we've only got a drawdown of 23. So, just a lose. Wait, what did I enter there? 3 up? Yeah. So I entered below. That's definitely a loser. Boom. Cross that one out. This one will be a loser as well. 341, I would say. 9. Yep. I'm going to check that. Then we've got 19. This will be a loser as well, because that was the one I just checked before, and it's around the same level, and we had that lower move after. Time-wise, we're only 20 minutes later as well. Yep. So at this level, it kind of didn't know what to do, which is pretty predictive, really, of the next day or so. It's just not, it's not really doing much at those levels. So that's why it's so indecisive, and that's why hopefully this new improved algorithm will work a lot better. Right, so here we got 10 pip, 341. It's a loser. Actually, hold on. How much has that moved? Oh my gosh, I might have prematurely spoke about these previous trades. What was the first one? This one, 1823. Let me zoom in here. That's the trouble when you're zoomed out too far. You don't appreciate the size of the moves. 1823. Okay, this one will definitely be a loser. What was it, like 1-1 something? Yeah, that's okay. That's definitely a loser. But this one, 3-3-4-1. 3-4-1. 3-4-1. And it was around about where I'm at right now. And we had 10 pip positive play. You know, I could debate that being a winner. Okay, no, I couldn't, because the negative's not there. So that's definitely a loser. That's definitely a loser. Okay, no. So I was concerned about nothing. So loser. 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 This will be a loser. Look at that. Looking for 100. No way, son. Come on. It's not going to happen. We may still be in that trade. 20. Down here. Somewhere. 2-4-1. We had 20 negative. 27 negative. Plenty of room. So we're definitely still in that trade. And we're looking for a positive of 75. Wait. We may have hit it. Hold on. No, we definitely haven't hit that. That's not 75 pips. Let me just... Yeah. But we're still in it and we're positive sort of 30. So that was a loser. Then we got another one we're still active in. That will still be an active trade. This will be probably a loss. 21.05. Yeah. We caught that on the way up there. Oh, was it 442? Yeah. Loser. But this one okay, it's a buy, so yeah, we're definitely a loser there. 21.13, 21. It like bought at the top. Come on, sort your shit. So I'm just gonna say loser. Those 3. 2, 3. This is where it might be alright. 6 or 0.6. So like here. And what do we got? We got 43 negative. Oh, definitely still in that trade. 43 negative, way down there. But we're not, there's no result as of yet. We are positive. But that's another active. That would be another active. This would be a loser. 33. I mean, it got in. Oh, it's a sell. Yeah, that's definitely a loser. Then we had these trades here. I'm pretty sure all of these are still going to be active, these 43 ones, because 219, you know, we're getting in sort of, yeah, we're getting in here-ish, and it's only like 12 pips there. So even if we got in 15 above, we're still in that trade, but, you know, it was around about this level. I think it was at 372. Yeah, so even a little bit below there. We're definitely still in, and we're slightly positive. So that's another active. 2. In this trade, it's only slightly above here. 4.3. Somewhere around here. 4.36 or something. Yeah, 4.37. Yeah, somewhere around there. So we're looking for 52. We got a negative of 22, so we're still in that trade easily. No actives. I mean, these trades are looking alright. It is kind of looking like it's going to go up. So I suspect we'll probably win a decent portion of these trades. But what I'm trying to illustrate with this is that it is able to predict, you know, roughly where it's going to go negative majority of the time. So you're still in a lot of these trades, and it gives you an opportunity to win them. And even if we're only 50%, 40% accurate, the system is hugely profitable, as with some of the previous trades that I recorded. You know, that 10 to 13 extra turns. So technically, you look at that statistically, and percentage-wise, you only need to win less than 10% to break even on that. So if you're positive 40, 50% of the time on the majority of trades, you have a couple of those big winners like that, and it drags your average risk return to, you know, 3, 4, 5, maybe even X. Then you're looking at a very, very profitable system. And as I said, plenty of stuff to come. Let's have a look at this one. 534, 31455. And I haven't looked at any of these, so I have no idea. But it appears, because we're in a sideways market here, most of these are still going to be open. This one will be a loser because there's too much downward to play. 455, it's like around there, and we got 12 to play with. Definitely a loser. And this one at 503, you know, we only got 19 to play with. That'll be a loser as well. Then at 8, that'll be a loser. Same. There's that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. So a few in a row there. There's 5 in a row there. That will also be a loser, as will that one, definitely. And that one, 940. Yeah, so you've only got 7 pip negative there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it had a bad spell here. I'm just looking at the numbers here. 6, 7. I would say both of those would be losers as well. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But bear in mind, you're only losing 1% for those trades. Even though I can see, just looking at the tally, we've got more losers than winners, we'd still be massively profitable. Then we got 1047. Most of these I'd say will be losers. Definitely, we're looking for 69 negative at 1040 at this level here. So we only got we got 30 pips positive to play with. So we're still in these trades. In fact, probably. What was the entry? 362, 349, 342. Let's look at the lowest, which should be this one here, 325. To see whether or not we're still in that trade, and if we are, then we are still in all the others. No, we're not in that trade. Wait, 31.9, just out. So that's a loser. As 337. Let's just go there. Man, that would be close. That would be on the button. And that is one of the things we're considering, as I said, is to just slightly increase the stop losses by a small percentage. Like at this, when it's a 30 pip stop loss, we may only be looking at like a 5 and below percentage increase. When we're looking at something below 5 pips for stop loss, we might be looking at like a 40% increase or a 30% increase. 5 to 10, maybe a 30%, 10 to 15, maybe a 20, 15 to 20, maybe a 10, in those kind of ranges. But anyway, that was a loser. I'm going to call that a loser. And then all of these ones would be a winner. Well, I mean, that would still be active, not a winner. As would this one. And that one. So another 2 actives there. as with that one, still be active. But we're probably going to lose a couple of those. I'm not naive in thinking we're going to win most of them. I think this is probably going to head upwards. 1236. We'll just do these last few here, and then we'll call it quits on looking at these. But we've got 343. Pretty much there, and we had negative 15 at that level we were looking. So we're still in that trade, and we're looking for 49 positive. I mean, we're positive, but we're sort of halfway there. So that's still an active trade. Went down a little bit, and it's an hour later, so we might be right here. 13, 21, 3, 2. Let's call it there, and we've got 8.7 to play with, so we're still in that trade, looking for 50 positive, and we're positive 21. As with the 3 or 2 above it, we're still active in those trades as well. So we're going to call it there. Just doing a quick tally here, we've got 10, 20, 30, 42 losers, and 10, 20, 30, 5, 6, 36 winners, and 16 actives still. So percentage wise, let's just click out of that. Percentage wise, if you're going to do the calculation there, what's 36 plus 42? You're looking at 78. So 36 divided by 78, 46.1% accuracy, which to a lot of people might sound like, oh, 46 is less than 50% accuracy. But you look at the average risk reward that we have in these trades, it's easily a 1 to 3 risk reward, over those trades we've just looked at. Probably more. So, 36 times 3 becomes 108 minus the 42 losers, which is 42%, roughly 66. But I know for a fact it's more than that. Because I was just, as I said, I looked at from Saturday to Tuesday at 1500, and we had 44 winners, 43 losers. So one more winner than loser, and our return was 178%. And these were the real risk rewards in the trades that I documented. So we had a 1.5 return, 1.6, 1.5, 1.5, all these trades here, 1.6, 1.19, etc., 2.2, 1.04, so it's only slight on those, 1.8, 3.2, 13.25, boom, that was that period that I recorded here earlier, 12.72, 13, 10, 1.6 all the way down, 3.3, 5.47, 3, 4, 1.2. So let's look at the average here. Let's actually get while I'm in the business of saying, let's go to the average. And I'm guessing it's probably going to be about 3, maybe. Yeah, 3.3 for those. And in this range here, we had a lot more that were actually 1.6s. I know just from looking at these trades that we had below that we were getting, that were winners for us. We did have a few that were quite low, 1.6 and 1.2 around those numbers. But I think a lot of these trades that I looked at now with you guys were actually in the range of sort of 1 to 3 risk reward, or 1 to 2 at least. So that's pretty exciting to see that we're getting those kind of results, and we haven't actually optimized the system at all. This is literally we launched with the new version, the new way of doing things, and using a stop loss and a take profit instead of just a prediction, and we're already getting really, really nice results like this. Obviously we're getting some negative results as well, but I believe, so does Armory, with this new upgrade that we're going to release, that actually specifically selects the different types of markets and creates agents based on those, that we will turn this into something really, really special. I don't believe we're too far off. We might be 1 to 2 months maybe off of continuous sort of iteration and development. We're probably only going to do like one major change every 2 weeks or so. That way we can identify with a decent amount of data whether or not it's had a massively positive or negative effect on the algorithm. It should be evident. Now, ideally, we want a little bit longer, maybe even a month or more to identify that. But that's part of the reason we're creating 2 separate versions of the algorithm. One's going to be a working or a development version. The other one's going to be a live version, and we can tinker around with the development, not affect the live results, which will effectively double our pace of innovation here. But also, I feel at this early stage, we need to just get it to a good standard, and that requires a lot of fast-paced development and a lot of quick changes, just based off our intuition as to what we think is going to be good for it. And it's changes like this one I was just talking about that is clearly going to have a good impact. Well, in my mind anyway. If it doesn't, I'm going to be absolutely flabbergasted, but I believe that this will have a good positive effect on it. Going to cut the video there. I've probably rambled on for far too long as is, and I want to crack on with my beersies for the rest of the night. Only a couple more days. We're looking at maybe 10 more days until I head back to New Zealand, so I'm amped for that. I've been fatigued and feeling down and depressed about being stuck in the Philippines for the last 6 months, so really excited for that. Unfortunately, had a death in the family, which hit me hard yesterday, but am looking forward to be back with family and friends that I can actually spend some time, get out and about, get some vitamin D, get some zinc and iron, get the body hormones back to the levels that they should be, and hopefully the motivation that I need to sort of progress with some of this work I've been negating for the last wee while. So I'm excited about that. I hope you're excited about the videos, about the content that we're providing, about the actual system, the MLFX system, and how it's being developed. If you are, and you enjoy this video format, this is probably not one of my best videos, but there'll be plenty more content to come, so please consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. We are trying to obviously get some attention on this. We've got plenty of friends in the trading industry that will be interested in jumping on board, but we are keeping this under wraps at the moment. So once we do have the system to a standard, I'm going to go full bore on marketing, full bore on just getting this out to as many people as possible, and the 100 spots that we have available are not going to last very long. So bear that in mind when it comes to everything. Just because you're in a Telegram room right now, just because you subscribe to the channel, does not guarantee you a spot with this algorithm. You need to sign up, you need to start testing it, and by doing that you ensure that you will still have your spot when we do launch officially and when we do start accepting payments. And if you are signed up and you are using it, you will automatically be eligible for a free 2-month period right off the bat. We may extend that, in fact, for you early guys to a 4-month period as well, if we're feeling generous at the time. So bear that in mind. Subscribe, like my face and the videos, and I'll see you in the 17th video, which will probably come next week, or maybe when I'm back in New Zealand, depending on how things are going.